Getting it to YouTube?
Yes.
I'm heading to work after 2 hours.
Oh, going back to work in a few hours?
Yeah, man. Night shift started today.
Oh. How long are you working? Like
in investing, data is not
Like 9
only
hours?
power.
Yeah.
Data is profit.
Yeah.
Having non-public information.
So I start at 10 p.m. I finish at 7 a.m.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, gold is back up to 1231. God damn. Gold did not go down. Gold is now gonna head up. Now, wow, look at this 4 hour on gold. Look at this.
Oh, there's a good traffic. No traffic to the left.
Yep, I think 1230, 1537, 1536. It broke out of this range now. Awesome. Perfect timing.
Nice.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Oh, just GP CAD sells. Damien is selling GP CAD when candles are bullish. So I don't know. You have to wait for candles to turn bearish. Oh, okay. No sells yet. Yeah, but you gotta say it in the chart, Damien, because I don't know. Yeah, because when I see that, my my roast meter goes up. I'm like, all right, perfect, time to roast somebody. No, that's good. It's good. Let's see here. Get UJ, check Forex factory. Man, I haven't even looked at any charts since Friday. Nothing. We got ISM later. No deal becoming EU's default expectation. Oh, maybe this drop in GBP.
Yeah, that would drop the India in Europe.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Drew. Alright, let's take a look at this. Trade with Monty. Trade with Monty. Oh. Buys above here to 1536. Yep, this makes sense. That's the first target I have. 1536. Exactly. But now gold needs to create some sort of a support here, right? Because look, broke above resistance from 30th August, and then the 1st September, like when the markets opened, and now it needs to make some sort of a support so that we can confidently say, okay, now gold is heading back up. So let's see if gold makes support or not. This will be great. Look at this daily candle. Holy. Daily you can expect to come back up right here. This is kind of like Ted's spaceship. Because we were expecting, to be honest, I was really expecting gold to stay below 1525 and then continue on to 1495. But I guess if this stays bullish, price made a high, came down, made a low, and now it should go back up. Spaceship. So for this move up, we need to see some sort of a support made on the small time frames. Oh, what's this text? This text is saying it's Friday? Hmm. Someone took GJ buys on the 30-minute close. Looking at GJ buy support firms. You know, I was looking at GJ, and when this 30-minute candle was closing, like I was late. Well, I was in EJ buys when this candle closed, but I was hoping to take buys here in GJ to go up to this area here. So now if this closes bullish, I think there'll be another chance to go up here, but the trend is really bearish. It's 4 hours. Oh, is this strong support here? Yeah, this is strong support. See, this support, if someone's trading off of your phone, if you're trading off of your phone, you won't be able to see the support because the phones, you can't really look left and see the support. But on the computer, that's another story. Yeah, EJ sales were nice. I took them at 116.045 and then closed at like 115, 940, 930. Hoping gold tanks, but can't count on emotions. Leonardo Vallejo. I don't think gold is going to tank because if you look at this now, gold has broken above this resistance, right? The 1 hour candles have closed above 1530. Which it couldn't do that before. So, you know, now obviously gold is bullish. Gold isn't bearish anymore. Look at this range. Gold was just ranging. Look at this.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Morning, sir.
How's everything?
Stay off yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, I send your stuff out today. Okay, the post office.
Oh shit. Okay, let me send you your stuff. I forgot.
No problem, brother.
Yeah, let me do it. Where are you?
Good morning.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what about me? He's gonna send me some stuff.
No matter what it is, we'll send it to Tashan as well.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Hey, if it's a deal though, you can keep that shit, alright?
No, you can put that shit on your deadlifts. Why the fuck is PayPal charging me $12? No, PlayStation. Oh, I know. Holy shit, GJ just spiked up. God damn. This break, wow, it spiked up 100 pips on that 30 minutes. Whoa, that is crazy. Yeah, GCAT also spiked up. A lie?
Gold spiked down. Everything spiked.
Yeah, gold is chilling. What happened here? Was this? I think it was some sort of a Brexit announcement.
UP card went on hard.
Send it to a friend. Sending in USD. Alright. So, what's this? Wow, caught that GJ buy this morning, got 18% and hopped out. Very nice. Good job, man. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, that's some unannounced something or other. I've been scanning the market to see what.
Yeah.
But it's nothing. Like,
It's just a big fart.
what the news is, what was released, because everything was released like 4 or 5 hours ago.
Yeah. Ted, how was your weekend? You had a good weekend?
You still sleep.
Yes, I did.
How was your weekend, Rakeel?
Oh, it was great.
I was on mute.
It was. I had a long ass weekend, man.
Why?
Very, very long. Cause Friday was a dead day, and then Saturday was holiday, Sunday was holiday, and Monday was holiday, and yeah, it was a long weekend. That is a stop hunt. No, that is not a stop hunt. I don't believe stop hunts exist, because stop saying it's a stop hunt is the same thing as saying the market doesn't know what it's doing, it's just stopping people out. Market is always right. You have to understand that fact. This morning I was talking about that, okay, like how GJ could have been a really nice buy after this candle that closed bullish on the 30-minute, right? But also when you look left, you have this as a support. So when the people who bought this as support on the 30-minute, right? What about them? Right? This close. So after this candle closed bearish, you had a bullish candle close. You can say, okay, we formed support. And then, some people took what? 20 pips, 25. Some accidentally rode it to 100 pips up to this zone. That's not a stop hunt. Stop hunt is just an excuse for someone to say, oh, I hit my stop loss, because they were wrong in the market. So I don't believe stop hunts exist. You can argue with me all day long, but I don't think stop hunts exist. That's like when you run a red light and say, oh, it was that car's fault, he hit me. And not because I ran the red light, that car was coming too fast,
Yeah, I mean, there's always a reason why the markets move that way. It has nothing to, and I think this is just internet lore again. I think people use that because they've heard ideas that the markets do certain things, but ultimately the markets are going to move according to the overall trend, to major support levels or major price levels that, once you get to a point, there has to be a pullback. There's, it's simple supply and demand concepts. I think if you think of the market as supply and demand instead of stop hunts and manipulation, you'll feel a lot better, because the market eventually has to go back up, the market has to go down, and then there's going to be catalysts to move those. Like if you notice, the biggest trades that you do have are based on news ideas, and those news ideas usually follow a certain pattern, right? When we reach a low, it pushes us up to the high. When it reaches the high, something pushes us down to the low. If you can keep that very simple concept in your mind, when we get to a high, sit back and wait for a decision to be made by the institutions, whether it's going to go up or down. Let the decision become from the institution. Let it come from the institution. And then you sit back and you ride their decision. Don't make the decision for the institution. Like a lot of people try and make decisions for institutions and say, well, we're at a major price level, we're at a major support or a major resistance. You don't know that. All you know is that that's what you marked on your chart. Let the institutions do the work, and then you follow, you copy. This is the part where you're supposed to cheat. This is the place where you cheat. You let the big people, the smart people do the homework, and you just copy off them. And that's all we're doing in the market every day. You're a retail trader, trade like a retailer trader, which means copy the institutional traders. Doesn't mean create your own institution. No point.
Gold needs to break. Well, it needs to form support. And then we're gonna go to the skies. The sky is the limit for gold here. Yeah, that's my bias. I mean, gold broke above 1530. Like, look how many times it could not break above 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It broke above here. Needs to form some sort of a support, and then the first target would be 1536. Right up here if you look left. $15.36. Wow, look at the spike as well. The spike went straight up to resistance it created in Asian session yesterday. All that high traffic area. This is what we talked about, high traffic areas. Because look, price started to go up, spike, look left, high traffic area, and stopped. Came to a dead stop. And now when you look at gold, once gold has broken above, 1530, and you start to look left, you're like, oh, well, there's just a clean candle above, let's say 1533, which goes straight to 1536, 37. Raja, see my analysis on gold. Well, I can't see any. We can't see any links, so there you go. Can't see any links on YouTube. YouTube does not allow people sending links. Do you have pending orders, or are you going to wait for NY Open? Well, I'm going to see what's happening because I haven't really spent much time on the charts. So this is my first time looking at the charts since Friday. So I'm probably going to wait for another hour to see what's happening here. I had EJ sells earlier on, which I closed, but now I'm just waiting. Just waiting.
Yeah, I think gold, that pullback on gold, I'm watching it too. That next hour we're going to get a wick, and then that'll start to drive up for the New York Open.
Yeah.
I can't see the New York Open going bearish. It doesn't make any sense unless, I mean, it's very tough, but to say that the gold candle, the daily candle is going to flip bearish, I can't see that happening. I see it consolidating. I think that's where, worst case scenario, but you can see the way that gold has created support on the daily the last couple of days. You might find that it goes up either today or tomorrow.
Yeah, I was looking at the same thing. That little, made a high, then made a low at 1521, and then it's starting to go back up.
Yeah, and that'll complete that sort of move, and then at that point, I think we may start to see a descent. And that will probably be NFP.
Good morning.
Hey, how's it going?
Good morning. I was trying to copy you. Oh!
Yeah, I like his voice.
I like I had buys on gold yesterday from 1522. 15.
Man, who's farting on the screen, dog?
Well, man.
Oh, Constant.
What up, Dimitri?
What did I say about gold?
I fucking hit TP.
I didn't anticipate how big of a pullback we were going to get yesterday in the Asian session. And all of a sudden, I woke up and my TP got hit, man.
Me too, fam. I was so happy seeing blue dot.
Now I'm not touching gold at all. It's ranging in between this support resistance.
Probably. Yeah. Like if it goes below 15.30, I'll probably take sell. Out of factor.
Can we call that move a liquidity grab to fetch pending orders? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. There's no such thing as grabbing pending orders or that. So now when you see like gold had a resistance at 128, 150, it had a support at 127, 050. So now this is a big range that GJ has created basically. This is a huge range it's created. Yeah, now what do you gotta do? You know, I'm probably gonna maybe wait for a break above 128, 200 or a break below 127. So this move is missed. For me, this move is missed. Put-a-boom.
Who's getting these SMSs? My baby got woken.
What up, Nina?
You getting these SMSs? My baby got just awake.
Mac, it's so bright in your place.
Is that a joke?
No, I'm saying like it's really. Oh, there you go. It was bright as fuck.
You look like a glacier.
It looks like the chosen one.
Just gonna wait. Ooh, gold is dropping. For gold,
Back in the range. Uh-oh.
yeah, like for gold to go up, like you need to see bullish candles formed at this resistance turn support.
Yeah, you're gonna get that around 7:30. So if you go to the 30-minute candle or even the hour candle, the way.
Man, fuck.
Yo, stop playing Monopoly with that.
I think Ted got muted.
Yeah, sorry. So this area here, this section here, is going to look like this section over here. So you have this bullish or this bearish candle pull all the way down. This candle will turn bullish and then it'll eventually start to fly back up. It's this way that we're looking, even on the weekly, and also like I said on the daily. There's too much bullish momentum now. You would really need a catalyst for this to push down. I think what you're going to find is we're going to bounce around this area here. So you might find that we might come down to here. But to say that we're going to come down to here is going to be a very, very difficult thing to say because we have to break this area here. And that's a very, very strong area. So what's happening right now is because we're in this sort of zone, right? So if we look and we drag this over here, that zone is so wide, you can bounce anywhere in this zone. And this is where people get confused, and this is where people start taking sells, but they're not realizing when you look left, all we are is in a liquidity pool. So your idea would be, once we leave that liquidity pool, you can take your buys above this level here, like above that level here, so above this wick. Sorry, I'm on my laptop. So you can do that, or you can bounce around in this liquidity pool. And that's what people aren't seeing right now, and this is the mistake you're going to make as a trader, is you're going to start taking sells, right, when there's nothing to confirm sells. The sells would have to be below here, and you would need to have a candle that would look like this, that would basically have a tail and then a wick down. But this tail would have to be in this area here to basically signify that we're leaving that area. That's what you need, because essentially the same thing that's happened down over here and down over here, you would need that same idea up over here, similar to this, that you're signifying that we don't like this price anymore and that we're going down. When you have this area here like this, there's nothing to signify that we don't like price. All this was just a pullback. And this is where people make mistakes, is they don't read the charts accurately to say, was that actually a pullback or was that just confusion? Like, I don't know how to explain what happened here. I don't understand that other than the fact that we were in a liquidity pool based on all these rejections over here. I don't understand this candle pattern, nor do I care what it is. But for me to say that gold is going back down, I need to see a candle with a huge top wick, similar to what we have here, or similar to what we have over here. If I don't have that, all this is just noise right now. So you need to make sure you understand the difference between a pullback, which is this, versus rejection, which is this. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're trading. It might help you.
Yeah, if you look at GU right now too, we're like bouncing around in that range. And if you close about like 500, you could easily get a 100 tip push here because there's nothing blocking it at all. Let's see. Yo, Matt.
Yeah.
You know what I realized yesterday? I actually so when my TV hit and then I looked at it, I didn't realize I paid swap fee. It's like the trade before Asian Open, and I was like, wait, like isn't gold like a 1-to-1 pip pip value? Swap fee. Nah.
Vaya, ¿qué dices? Is it a lot?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like anything right now. Everything looks so stupid. So
I didn't pay the swap fees. Oh, you know why? Because I had closed. Remember that I told you that I closed and then I opened at 15:23. And yeah, I didn't get charged any swap fees.
is your account running now?
Yeah, it is.
Are you going to buy gold? I guess I'm waiting for it to form some sort of a support, and the support is going to be formed if the 30-minute candle closes bullish. I mean, if this closes bullish, then I could say, okay, you know what? It's closing bullish. It did some rejection here. Now it did a rejection again here at pre-New York. So that would tell me, okay, now we might head back up to 1532, 1533. If you break above 1533, then there's probably nothing stopping it from going to 1536.
Yeah, I mean, if people take buys now, you just have to be aware that your stop loss has to be below the liquidity from the left. That's it. That's all you have to be worried about. I'm just waiting right now to see on the higher time frames if we get another rejection out of this area, and then we go up. And people turn around and say, well, we don't need that stop losses and take profits. Well, I don't know what your plan is. All we're saying is once we have rejection from this support to go up, you have to map out your trade and you have to say what makes the most sense at that point. I can't give you a take profit and a stop loss. I can only tell you right now at this point, our target is going to be up over here, and initial target will probably be over here. You have to figure out what is my risk to reward, right? You have to figure this out. So any stops have to be below this area here. Take profit can be right above here, right at here, or eventually right to here.
Hey, good morning, good morning. How could I prevent this? Oh, how could I prevent this? Let's take a look here. Entry. So you took a sell. You took a sell when the 30-minute candle closed bearish. Now, okay, so the problem is, this is what you got to look at. You're looking at from a perspective that, okay, we had a bearish move and then candle closed bearish. When this candle closed bearish, your entry would have been on the next candle opening, saying that, okay, now we're gonna head down. Your stop loss would have been right over here for a move down, you know, because then when the next candle closed bullish, what basically happened was that when this candle closed bullish, now the 30-minute candle has created a support, right, instead of a resistance. So now when you look left, when you look way left on your chart, you'll see that this was also a support. So we were talking about this, that okay, you know what, this closed bullish, so there was a nice way to go up. Also, like, you know, this move up would have been some sort of a correction as well from the move down. Yeah, see, from all this move down, this would have been like some sort of a correction, because when you look left, like way left, you see support. So you got to start to look at most recent price action. What's the most recent price action saying? When this 30-minute candle closed bullish, you look, you're like, okay, we might have formed support, so that becomes your most recent price action. Just like on EJ. On EJ, I took a sell when this candle closed bearish, so I took a sell. Heading down, closed at around 115.940, and then that was it, because it reached some sort of a support. But if I would have held, I would have gone in a stopped out at break even, because I would have anticipated the support to break once it hasn't broken. So it's about to trade consistently, you have to take profits very, very cautiously, because when you see prices heading down to a support, you know that okay, maybe this is a time for me to get out, because it's at a support. No matter what you tell yourself it's going to break it, it's not going to break it until it hasn't broken it. So you got to be cautious.
Yeah, Mike, Mac, when you're not talking, mute yourself because the echo of rakeel comes up.
My bad.
No, it's cool. I'm just looking out for the chat. I love you.
Yeah, it's cool today. So just today, it's okay.
Yo, Alex, how's the hurricane in Miami?
Bro, it's still slow, but right now we're just getting just like wind, rain, the bands. Bands are making good bands.
I don't think the hurricane is coming to Miami. I don't think so.
No, it's not definitely. The front of it, no, but the outer bands, like rain and stuff, we're already hitting it. But yeah, not major hit. I just feel bad for the Bahamas, bro. Like, they're not like a first world country, and bro, they've been getting pounded by this hurricane for 48 hours straight.
Wow. This is all planned, They created the hurricane themselves.
I was telling you, I think that Trump, he got with HARP, and he created this hurricane to stimulate the economy.
But you know what?
At first I thought it was Kimmy firing nukes and then setting off something like an off balance in the oceans, and then that just caused hurricanes.
But you know what? Like, it's also a way for the environment to transfer heat from the tropics up to this southern part of North America. That's all what it is. Transfer of heat. How is FXMO doing? He must be in ICU. Yeah. I had no idea who FXMO was. The weekly candle created a support around 1519. With last week candle closed, doing a nice wick. Yeah, I think there should be an upside. So for an upside, you need a confirmation on the smaller time. Oh wow! Imagine this weekly candle goes all the way back to 1555. Yeah, look at this 4 hour. It was ranging. Gold was ranging. Gold ranged for 4 days. For 4 days, gold ranged. It broke out. Need to see a clean retest here. A retest is going to be signified by a support formed on the 30-minute or the 1 hour time frame. So we just got
scalper's paradise, that range.
Yeah.
Need to wait.
What's this? How far left? How far left that you think is valid? Well, I think when you're looking at support or resistances, the most recent one counts, right? So when you're looking at GJ on, let's say, the 30-minute chart, so this is the most recent one that counts. But when you're looking at the 4 hour, and when you look left, you don't see anything, then you gotta look left. You gotta look left and left, and you're like, oh, okay, perfect. See, now this makes sense when you're looking left. But when you're looking at the 1 hour, you can't really say, okay, so we have a resistance here, so let me look more left. That doesn't matter. You know, because this is the most recent price action you're looking into. This is what matters, the most recent price action. Still go to UJ. How do you get the time frames up the top like that on TV? Mine is dropped down. Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe this is. I have the free version of TradingView. That's why I have these here, I think.
Yo, Alex, what are you saying? My mic is off. That's not even me.
No, I was just saying, like, I can tell when you move. No big deal. I love you. It's okay.
I was literally taking a nap. I have my alarm set because nothing's going on, and then I'll wake up in half an hour.
The first move is
See, now GJ's in the range. There's nothing on GJ. Now when I'm looking at GJ after this 30-minute was a buy, which, you know, whatever. Now it's just in this big ass range. This is a huge range, man. It's a 100 pip range. That candle really fucked up entire analysis for the day. Gold is back up. Gotta make support on gold. I think a good move on gold would be, this is going to be a 10 pip stop with a 15 pip TP or 20 even. Should be good.
Yeah, the next half hour candle is going to be the one that rockets us probably. There's going to be a pullback and then it'll bounce around and then I think maybe we'll miss it once again.
Yep.
Full margin buys. You heard it here. Hey Chris, you hate big candles like that, but guess what? That means that it's clean, easy moves for the next move. You know what I'm saying? No traffic.
Yeah, if you look at the 15-minute chart now, the 15-minute chart just tapped back into liquidity. So remember what we were talking about? So that gray box that Rakeel was talking about, you see how it tapped in there again and then it pulled away? That's what you're looking for. And now the next 15-minute candle will pull down, and then what we'll see is it then push right back up. Right? So as you start to trade, this is how you can get better entries. You can go onto the 5-minute candles now, but you have to be aware of that gray area where it should create a support here for bullish move is written. And we have to place our stop below that area and then let the trade run further up. So this is now your opportunity to start seeing the trade move away from a zone. This is called what people on the internet say a zone to zone trade, because we're leaving this zone and returning to another zone, right? So you're waiting for candles to start moving away from that area. And right now we don't really have a lot of information to say that we're moving away. Wait for the next candle to go cleanly away from that, and then when the candle after that forms, you'll see that it now is away from that zone totally. You can just look and see how these 5-minute candles are forming, and as they start to pull away, you'll get that move up.
Are you in?
No, because I'm waiting for the 30-minute candle to close because there's going to be a pull down with the next 30-minute candle.
Yeah, the 30-minute making the bottom wick.
Correct.
So you said I should have waited for the next candle to close and see was forming support, but I always keep waiting for the next candle or the next move. And you said after the candle went bullish, I should have placed a stop here. But that's exactly what I did for this zone. Did you get my point? This zone. Yeah, no, you should have. I mean, after this candle could have been the sell. This next one, you expected the next one to head down. That's it. That's it. There's no other, like, you know, valid discussion. I mean, after this candle was your sell to go down to this area, and it didn't. It went up. So this would have been your stop loss right here. That's it. Everything else doesn't matter because this was your confirmation to head down, but it didn't. It went up. And then this is here too, I guess.
That circle is a rejection because you can see the next candle pulls away. That happens a lot. And then, like you said, this is now support. If we don't break that, we're going back up. You have to be aware of what's happening with the candle timing and your higher time frame. Because this is a 30-minute time frame, this means nothing. Go to your higher time frames and you'll realize we hit a support level.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to do is you're just complaining now, but this was this, but that was that, but this happened, but that happened. You can't complain. You can't complain, but this was right. Just look at it, how you could have gotten the winning trade. I mean, it just really annoys me, you know, when people just, when they lose a trade, they start complaining with the market. No, but this was like this was like this. No, just see how you could have gotten the winning trade. I looked at this and I was like, okay, you know what, this 30-minute closed bullish, this would have been a good trade to take a buy. That's all what I looked at. Plus, when you look on the 4 hour, you look left, it's support. So no matter what you say to console yourself, this was that, it's all wrong. Because if you look on the 4 hour, you look left, it was a support. Sharif Ali, welcome. Alright, gold might make a move here. 30-minute candle closing bullish, creating support. I think having a stop below this candle wick would be perfect. Have a stop around, 1529.70. TP around 1532.50. 1532.50, 1533 even.
I look at your girl, I look at people that look at those trades and be finding excuses, and I look at those people are the people that beg their girlfriend to stay after the cheap stuff. Let it go, bro.
Friends have been with us for a long time. There was a friends, so I mean, and I'm not sure why friends asked that question, because friends a good trader. Alex's analogy was gonna make sense too. Don't leave me, but I love you.
She's like, man, but your package is small. But I love you, please.
I love you. No, it's not you, it's me. If you're trying to use rules that look for a 10 pip profit and then let a runner run, but you're asking the market 50 pips, it might not work. Yep, that's true. while we're waiting for candle to close, look how the candle is closing. It's closing like a malnutritioned yogi, you know. Yeah, I mean, EJ is ranging now. GJ is in this 100 pip range. GJ is trying to make some sort of a structure. Here's the thing, right? Now, this candle you had that went bullish. Now you want to wait for candle to create some sort of a structure here. So at least, so I'm probably going to wait for like 1 or 2 more candles to form on GJ to see if it's creating some sort of a structure. Because right now, there's no structure. Trying to make sense on UJ here. UJ is doing some weird stuff. On the left it had resistance. Now it's creating some... Gotta wait for UJ.
Oh shit, I forgot the post office opens today, Alex.
Yeah, I'm gonna send all my stuff today.
Nice. Look what I got yesterday. You seen these before?
Okay. What is that?
I think it's a jewel pod.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen those. I think I can get those little things.
Yeah, no, I don't like these things.
Raja, how are you? You got into gold? Nope. Not yet.
I want to see what those brass knuckles.
I guess I'm waiting for gold to come up a little bit higher. Maybe 15.31.50. 15.31.50. Yeah, that'll be good. Because like on the 15 minute, on the 5 minutes, just kind of like trying to range. 15.31.50 would be a good one. Maybe entering with a half a percentage risk could also work in your favor, but just gotta wait.
Yeah, gold is looking good to me. This pushes up a little bit more.
Yeah. $100 pips profit and you're going to hold. Perfect. I think trading becomes fun when you trade to secure profits and not to trade to hold impressive moves. It's hard to explain. Yeah, profits over impressive moves. Can you check CAD-JPY? Would you have taken that trade? I don't know, just read what's on the screen. It says post a labeled chart with your entries and exits. Don't say look at this or look at that. Ooh, see gold coming down? Just gotta wait. Gotta wait. So I guess gotta wait for this 1 hour candle to close now. GJ is coming down. No, GJ is trying to create some sort of a structure. Here's the thing. If GJ creates... Yeah, what's that? Who's that?
Kavan's on.
Oh, yeah. If GJ creates a support, then GJ is going back up to around... Yeah, maybe like 25 to 30 pips. It's got that resistance here. Man, you know how many people messaged me on the long weekend, like about these live streams and how they found the live streams last week. They found out about the last live streams last week, and they were like, "Oh, I wish they could have hopped on." And you know why? Only because when people like the live streams and they give it a thumbs up, YouTube just shows it to everybody.
Alright, everyone.
Everybody.
Give it a like. Or click that thumbs up button.
Yeah, click it.
Click it, motherfuckers. 67. Get it long. 200. 200. Make it. 94.
Yeah, we got
I'll back there, the auctioneer.
the hype man over here.
Oh, what's this?
109. Get to 200. Let's get it.
Thoughts on EU?
It's not
EU.
a protein sandwich or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm drinking cappuccino.
EU is
Hey, who the fuck?
Ranging right now.
Button?
EU is ranging.
Yeah,
Look,
click on.
Mac,
Thumbs up.
everyone's entitled to their opinion. They can hit the thumbs down if that's how they really
Hey,
feel.
come on, hey Alex, listen, I'm not into the vegan thingy. The thumbs up or thumbs down.
yeah, for EU, you need to wait for it to break. It's got a support, it's got a resistance there. Every time I've looked at EU, it's just ranging. EU is the worst pair I think ever in the entire Forex dictionary.
EU has the lowest spreads.
That's just trash, bro.
Wow, look at daily. EU should be traded on the higher time frame. Wow, look at that. Daily did a fake out. Oh, this is a market open gap last week.
Beautiful fake out right there,
It
coach.
just dropped. You know who's been killing it with the Euro sells? Bobby.
Yo,
Yeah, Bobby has been killing it with EJ.
man, I feel bad. Ever since I told him he was annoying on the streams, he doesn't come on. I feel bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, for real? You called him out?
Yeah, he told him he's annoying, but he's one of the like really good traders I know now.
Yeah, he's
No,
good. I love the guy. I fell in love with him
yeah.
on the street.
Yeah, no, he's cool people, but he'll give you like a good speech.
That is good. I love it. I love it.
He will go back to like 2014 July and tell you, oh, EJ just faked out, going down, going up, going down, going up.
No, I think what happens is when he comes on, his speakers are off, and he just starts talking about EJ.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh shit, I forgot I was muted. I'm here like talking up, down, and then it's like talking about 2014, there was a fake out. Fuck.
I'm gonna send him an edible arrangement. I feel bad.
Price spikes to
Send them a
precise area.
DM, say Bobby, hey, because I got mad at him once too, and then he messaged me, oh my bad. I didn't make the sound annoying. I was like, no, it's not you, bro. I was just having a bad day, and I probably.
I know, but in reality, bro, I'd rather someone that talks a lot than doesn't talk at all, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where now when you're looking at EJ as well. Now let's take a look at this. Right now, this is the most recent support created on EJ on the 30 minutes. Right here.
But you called them straight up annoying, or you said it on a different way?
No, I just told him that, bro, like on the stream, because me and him talk a lot now on the stream. Like we message each other, and then I said it out loud that, bro, Bobby, I used to think you were annoying on the webinars, but now I like you. And then he signed off and logged off, and I haven't seen him since.
Bobby came from Mixer.
Yeah.
And
That's
Macedonian
my
also.
Forex family from Mixer?
Yeah, and Macedonian also came from Mixer.
No, I can't.
Oh.
Really?
I was in Twitch, yeah.
Oh yeah, from Twitch. How did you find us anyway?
Oh, I forgot. thing I was doing Forex scammers when they came out.
See that? Gold is dropping. That's why you're waiting for candles to close. Look at that. See, trading
I
is.
think I found you on Instagram.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You were saying 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. live stream. Yeah, come check it out. I'm like, okay, well, okay.
Yeah.
Then we wait on text and go check it out. And so I did.
Trading is really easy when you're just waiting.
Yeah, pretty much.
There are no sells right now. There are no buys right now.
I thought we were gonna have the buy, but oh well.
Yeah.
Wait.
I thought so too. I thought the 15 minutes is going to just flip and close bullish and I'll take buys to go up.
Maybe closer to 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think closer to 8 o'clock, but also now I know that once we break above that area, it's going to be a clean buy. So sit back and wait. Yeah.
Or sell going to 15.27.
Hey, Rakeel, can you tell me the beginning letter of that IG page of the group from New Zealand?
Black bull.
Black bull markets?
Okay, no, yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. Got it.
black bull markets. Just love that you guys live show people what patience in trading. Yeah, I mean, exactly. This is what patience is, just waiting. Guys who are in buys right now, they're just kind of like, oh shit, candle's going bearish. Oh man, hope it turns bullish. But who's waiting, they're just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. Because now you have to be mindful of the fact that gold might have two targets based on the smaller time frames. One target right over here if it breaks below, and one target up here at like 1533 if it stays above 1530. One target here and one target here. So you just gotta wait. You know, and both of these are pips. I mean, look at this. This is a 25 pip drop. This is also the same move up. Can we look at AUD New Zealand? No, we can't, because you need to look at this. Look what's on the screen. Don't say look at this or look at that. Post label chart. It's amazing how people can spend half an hour looking at a chart and say, oh, this might be a buy, and then they can't spend 5 seconds looking at the screen and read the instructions. I mean, the rules are right there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, how'd your leg workout go?
I didn't do legs.
I thought you said you did.
No, I wanted to, but then I was like, yeah, I might as well take another rest day.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
and then yesterday the gym was closed, so I'm probably going to go today. Did you avoid legs? No, I really like legs now. I like to do legs now. Did you get my last email? Joe Alexander, yes. I got your last email, and I also added you. I gave you invitation to Slack as well. So, I don't know.
I think GU is going to have a nice drop soon or right now.
GBP/USD?
Yeah, I mean, it's moving now, but I don't know if it's going to continue. I think we should head down a little bit. If it doesn't do the whole move now, it should be a nice move in 15 minutes.
Let's take a look here.
1 minute, one go by. I think it's gonna push in the 15 minutes close to 8 o'clock.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You know what they say, the hotter you sneeze, the bigger you dip.
Yes.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, you heard it now.
So how will you know the right time to take a buy or a sell? Interesting question, mate. So when you are taking buys, right, what's the most ideal position to take a buy? I would say a support is the most ideal position to take a buy. So if it's going to be a buy, I'm basically just waiting for a candle to close bullish or form some sort of a support. To make a sell, you need to wait for a price to create some sort of resistance to be a sell. That's what you gotta do. GU, I would wait for this 30-minute to close in GU if I'm trying to do anything with GU. Because I think this was support, this is resistance, also, you know, like a high traffic area, also creating some sort of resistance. So if this closes bearish, the next one should continue at least to this area or to this area.
That's what I'm waiting for. And the higher time frames are all down, so
Yeah, makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I'm looking to see if GJ creates support or bounces within the range. Yeah, GJ's in the same predicament here as GU. It had this big ass move and now it's just kind of ranging. We are in a sell on GU, looking to get out at 1.1894. 1.1894. Sounds good. Looks good. So I guess now you need to a break below 1.19500. Yep. How much percentage account? Maybe 1 to 2%. Yeah, 1 to 2%. Back in the day, man, I used to swing for the fences. I'd be like, I gotta do at least 10 to 15%. Yeah, but it would never happen. I mean, it would happen, but then the losses would be way more. So it just didn't make any sense. We had this group. They used to take shots on us like a lot, because like what they were doing, they would do like 50% a day, 100% a day, 150% a day, you know. But then there was no consistency, because they would start with the $100 account and say, oh look, we are the best, and swing $100 to like 200 or 250, and they're like, look at our percentage gains. But when you translate that to let's say an account to size of 10,000, your mindset is not the same mindset as you had with $100, like, you know, because I can just literally burn $100 no problem at all. But 10,000, that's another deal.
Big facts, no lies.
told during that story.
Yeah, no lies told in that story. But when you come with the same mindset, 10K, your mindset kind of like, it's like kind of, like, it slows down. You're like, yeah, I don't know.
Anytime I take a big loss, like over 4 to 5K, I'm like, fuck, I could have paid that right there, could have bought that.
Yeah, exactly. Could have bought that. My son, he broke our TV yesterday, so that's what I thought this morning. I just need it. Yeah, he broke the TV. We went to the park. He brought home a rock somehow.
You brought home a rock and you didn't notice?
A rock.
Oh my God.
He brought home a rock, and then yesterday morning we heard these scratching sounds. Like, what the fuck is happening? So go downstairs. He has this chalk all over the TV, and I'm like, where did he get this chalk? I go closer. It's a rock. He's just scratching.
He was scratching. Simone was scratching the TV with the rock.
With a rock, yeah, and he had Paw Patrol running.
So,
He was watching Paw Patrol too.
He basically telling you, Daddy, I want to be an artist. I want to be a
Yeah, that's what I was just saying that, bro. It's funny you say that. I was saying like that. This time wants to paint, draw, I don't know. Something.
Oh.
Like, when you got black or brown parents, shit, that's a whooping, man.
that's a fucking whooping, bro. You have a black or Hispanic parents.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that sandal or that belt.
I want you to paint this, motherfucker.
Get him with the belt.
Ooh, gold is about to make a move here. Above 1531.50. Clean move. Come on.
Oh, gold.
Cool.
It's like they listened to this stream. because there was no way to get an entry there.
Well, I took one entry.
Yeah, I mean, if you worked off the 5 minute, you could have grabbed it, but it's too late before the hour candle closed now. Like, damn it, why did you do this to us?
Yeah.
Because I was expecting at like 7:45 for this move to start, to catch it till 8 o'clock, but it started late. It started like 7.
Yeah, I'm not going in until after maybe 4:30.
1531.50 buy stop.
Because that support right now, I mean that resistance at 1531, it's not gonna get broken. You have a fucking pullback and same story, always the same thing. I learned my lesson already.
The only reason why I took one entry versus the multiple entries is because I didn't want to miss that 8 o'clock push. Like, I knew we were going to get a push, but I thought maybe like it was going to come before it since it started coming. So I just took one entry just in case.
I was just confused because we didn't really have any, we sort of hung around that support area, and we didn't have, the smaller candles moving in a direction that was enough information for me. Because like right now, even the 30-minute is still closing with an indecision. So I think anything above 1531 or 1531 will be a good buy opportunity at this point, because I won't be looking to take buys at 1530. I'll be looking at 1531, because at least then we'll have confirmation of pulling away from this area.
Were you watching it on 5 then?
Yeah, I was watching on the 5. It still didn't make sense to me because it's only one bullish candle that really pulled back into the range.
Yeah, because it's like pulled down and then
that's right.
Done.
Yeah, it's holding the support. So I mean, the 8 o'clock candle at 8 o'clock, we should fly up. So that will support buying at like 1531. I'm not looking at taking buys at 1531 if we have the push that we need at 8 o'clock, because that should drive us all the way back up to like 1532, 1533, and then you're safe because then it'll just continue to fly.
Yeah, I'm looking at something. Yeah, much more.
Did you enter GU? No, I don't trade GU. I have a buy stop on gold at 15.31.50. I think it's gonna get hit. It might get activated and then go in profits. No woman, no cry.
No woman, no.
Less than perfect golfers association. Do you keep an eye on currency strength meters of any kind? If so, how much weight does it carry in your decision-making process? It carries some weight, but not a lot. I mean, I don't really. I first look at the price, right? I look at the price, and I'm like, okay, if it's ranging right now, and if the currency strength meter shows that the dollar is weak, then that would give me some sort of confidence that okay, we're gonna go up. But at the same time, it's ranging. Like on the 15 minutes, it's got to break above 15.31.50 and then head straight to 15.33. So you know, price action has to make sense first. How much is your stop loss? Your stop loss is dependent on how you trade. This is not a copy trade or whatever. This is, you need to know your own stop loss, your own risk management.
You go on the stream earlier, we talked about where your stops could be and your take profits could be with gold.
Exactly.
If you miss that, you get to go watch the replay, and then tomorrow you go up on time.
Not only that, but people should already have an idea.
Yo, Gorilla Strike. Keep it down, man.
Yo, 26 pips in profit on GCAT, BH.
Yeah, boy.
Rakeel, we might actually get a really good entry with gold because it'll pull back into this range and then it'll pop right through.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Wow, this is awesome. I'm excited.
When Ted's excited, you know that she's about to go down.
You got it like a kid.
Well, yeah, because look at the way this 30-minute candle's formed. It's a huge rejection to the down from the downside, and all we're going, our target right now is 1533, 1534. That'll easily be smashed. Yeah. Like, I'm looking right now at the top of that wick on the 30-minute candle. That top wick where target buys above 1531, where we feel mark that off. That's going to be smashed right through, no problem.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. Gonna make lots of money.
It's gonna be a good morning.
I just wanted to pull back one more time. Just like, ideally, I hope that we pull back to like right over here somewhere. That's where I'd want to pull back a bit, and then have that candle do this, and then basically do.
Yep. Yes.
The manufacturer needs that candle. That before the that's gonna help her.
Oh yeah, this move will happen before 9. Like it'll be done before 9 anyways.
Yeah, by NYSC.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Way before that.
Oh, you guys want a TP up there? Nah, man, you guys should. Nah, you guys didn't get that easy.
Yeah, I don't go for hard things. Why would I make trading hard? I want like 20, 30 things and make it nice and easy.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah. Don't make it hard. All these people call it 1550, 1545. No, that's way too hard. I want easy wins. I don't want to make it hard for myself.
Alright, we're getting that pullback.
Yep. Just it's gonna play out exactly the way we want it.
I just don't want like a big pullback back to like 1529. Maybe 1530. And probably take entries up the wick. There you go. Come on, keep them goddamn more.
My broker has hit my order, someone said. Yeah, mine still haven't got activated. It got close to get activated by the spread, but
Yeah, you guys have to think about this logically. Like everyone had their orders activated at 7:58. You know that the next hour candle is going to have a pullback. So why would you let your order get activated? Why wouldn't you just move it a little bit further up? How stupid can you be? Just think logically. You know at 8 o'clock there's going to be a pullback. So why would you allow your entry to get hit at the top of a previous hour candle? Like, this is why people fucking fail. Just use honestly, you have to use logic. It's 7:59. Why would you let your order get activated knowing very well I just said that there's going to be a pullback at 8 o'clock? Same fucking shit every day, and people still think, oh, well, now I'm going to get stopped. I'm going to get stopped.
Yo, what man savage.
That's what I just turned around and said that there's going to be a pullback at 8 o'clock, and everyone's like, oh, well, I'm just leaving my top order there. Like, why would you do that? You have to sometimes use logic and say.
This guy drew a line. This guy drew a line saying we're gonna get a pullback to here.
Around here would be a good level.
Yeah. No, yeah, Chad literally said, "Hey guys, we're gonna get a pullback to here."
Stand for that.
And people are letting their buy stops get activated. Like, why would you do that to yourself?
That's funny, man. And oh look, there's a pullback. Oh wow.
Nearly that long.
1530.
where is it set in stone that it has to pull back at open? Well,
It's not. Oh my god.
it's not set in stone. This is going to be another rumor. Oh, these guys say open.
We can sort of explain it this way too. So this is, let's just say this is a market open, right? So you're gonna have a rush of investors, a rush of orders, and all this stuff coming into the markets. A lot of these guys aren't retail trading or manual trading and trading how you guys are, right? Why would they want these buys at the top of this candle, right at open? Why would they not want a better price to the area that it just pulled back from or it's already testing? Because if you look, it went back to test the area that it already retested, right, prior to open, right? So why would, if you just take common sense, let's not put it right back top of this candle.
And like,
Why don't you look at the last 100 days at 8 a.m. and see how many times we've had a pullback, and that's where it says it. It's probability. We know that there's a higher chance of a pullback than there is of a push up. It's just common sense. If you look and back test through the charts, you will see this time and time and time again. 8 a.m. USA North American Open, especially with gold because it's XAU USD, it's a US dollar pair, it's going to have a pullback because exactly what Jeevan said. Institutions don't want to get the price at 15.30, 31, and they have the power to pull everything back. Like it's so blatantly obvious. You guys have to pay attention to these things, and if you're not, you're just going to continue to lose.
And at that same time, they have that power to do that. They're wiping out all the 5 stops that were at 7:59 a.m.
Yeah.
I got in at 15.29. I mean, 15. Yes.
Yeah. Also, if you look at the fact that if you look at this candle here, it closed with no wick at the top, which means that this candle has no range for the next candle to continue going up. So when this candle closed with no wick at the top, you have to be really cautious that, okay, like, you know what, then you have, like, if your spreads are high, your pending order is going to get activated no matter what, you know. But when you look at the candles, when you learn how the candles are formed, and when you see that, okay, maybe this candle closed with no wick, which means there's no range for the next candle to continue, then, like, you know, it might not go up. And when you look at the time, this time is the same thing as, you know, like the NY Open time. So there's your another confluence, but you gotta learn how candles move. Like
New York session, first New York session after a holiday too. You know what I mean? Give it a minute to breathe. 30 seconds prior to open. Oh man, class.
Okay, in already.
We should continue to push up.
Yeah.
I got my TP. I got my TP at 15:31 and 15:30. And honestly, nowadays these New York sessions, if there's not like data reports and stuff coming out, so a lot of these New York sessions are waiting for a Trump tweet, one way or the other.
Nice, pushing up.
Yeah, it's just sad because people who put buy stops, when you ask them why you put the buy stops, they'll say, "Oh, you put the buy stop on."
Yeah, but none of the buy stops got activated, and this is what people don't understand is my entries never got activated because as I saw the price moving up, I looked at the time and I was like, "This is not a good entry at 7:58 to take."
Not even that. Ted drew a line saying, "Looks like at open we're gonna pull back this year." So like
I know. Look at that now.
Man drew it.
Man drew the candle.
Didn't even have to like finger painting on there. Like here you go.
Yeah.
Today, you see that line and see where it is now and what it did. It's exact.
Without the streams, people would for sure ride the streets without the streams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now gold is gonna push, and everyone missed the entry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like gold is one of the easiest peer to trade. It does the same shit over and over.
One's hitting TP1. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey.
Now we're getting activated. Now we're getting activated. Man literally drew a candle and did it exactly.
My one position, I'm over 20 pips.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm over 20 pips too.
I just wish my next bigger position, push down more to activate it.
No, we can't have a push down anymore. We had enough.
Yeah, we don't need that more, not now.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, we're all activated now.
Yeah, we're good now.
Yeah, we're good.
think if 1533 could be potential, but I'm not gonna get greedy and leave it at 1533.
1533 is an easy target right now. With the New York Open, we should lose $2. Very, very straightforward.
And then you had these assholes CNBC put out news 4 hours ago talking about the turf thing. They just got implemented, so
Yep.
you could use that as comp.
Yeah.
That was over the weekend.
Bust it down, Tatiana.
Like
Tatiana.
the first open. Yeah. The first.
Yeah.
Tatiana, bust it down.
Looked like I'm only gonna get one trade today.
Yeah, till today's close, we can head to 1536.
You took a gold buy and a jewelry
Put my break even at 1531.31.
Ooh, almost.
Oh, wow. There we
Wow,
go.
that was good.
TP hit.
Almost done.
Done. Done for the day. Done
Oh,
for the
TP
day.
hit. That was easy. That was easy. Come on.
That was easy. Seriously, that was so easy.
That was so fucking easy.
So easy today. Thank you everyone for showing up today.
Oh,
Oh,
Come on.
still running.
Easy.
Come on.
I think this should be fair.
I just
Rock it up.
man.
Rock it up.
In the next 10 pips, I'll be up 40 pips.
Yeah, I got around 15 pips and
Alright, I closed that out.
I closed out too.
Random make ready.
Yep. Congratulations everybody.
Congratulations.
This is
Holy
whoa.
pushing here.
I'm not gonna be greedy.
God.
This is why this is how we have a 90% win rate. Cause we wait.
The 90% win rate is based off patience.
Yes.
Yo, you just don't have to
People that got out of both buys because they were a little drawdown because they got in too early.
Oh yeah, way too early. Bro, look, my buy stop got activated and took profits. Number 2, Ted drew the exact candle.
Guaranteed when that pullback happened and their buy stops got activated, they closed buys that fuck F you Ted, you're wrong. Enter south.
I know exactly what they did. They all freaked out, and I'm sitting here going, "This is exactly what happens in most your sessions. There's a pullback, and then the first 15-minute candle pushes up to where we need."
Honestly, this retest here and then like that whole thing there before New York happened around like 7:30, the way it was setting up was just so clean.
Exactly. That's why I was so happy. You heard me say it. I said exactly what I said. I'm excited. I'm gonna make money. And
You sounded like a kid.
Yeah, because I knew exactly what was happening.
You sounded like a kid. You gotta. But alright, guys, have a good session.
Everybody leaves this.
I'm done already.
The stream is over. Enjoy your day.
Bye. I'm out.
Hey, whoever saw this, just give a thumbs up. Give a like.
Please, guys,
Give a like.
Listen to Rakeel and give it a thumbs up. So we could expand. We're trying to go to Nigeria and Cuba.
Nigeria.
There you go, 192. Let's get 200 even. Oh, 216. See, we'll get to 300, and we'll probably get the stream to Cuba.
Oh wow! Someone sent me a screenshot saying, "But no one waited for the pullback on gold, and they profited."
And no one waited for the pullback.
You would have doubled what you
Yo, 240 likes. Give it a thumbs up.
And see, the thing is too, like if you're not trading gold and you're trading another pair, you can use the same ideas that we just presented to trade those other pairs. You don't have to ask for analysis. You just have to plot the same ideas, same information that we just provided. Because this information applies to all pairs. They all do similar things. They all pull back. They all have supports. They all have resistance levels. You have to be able to determine these things and determine the characteristics of the pair that you trade. It's the reason why I only trade 1 or 2 pairs, because if I never traded gold as much as I have, I wouldn't know that it was going to be a good trade coming, because I wouldn't know the characteristics of things that would be happening at 8 a.m. I wouldn't know that there was going to be a pullback the majority of times. There's not a pullback every day. You can back test this 100 days. I would say out of the 100 days, probably 70 times there's a pullback, but other 30 times it just continues to run. So, I mean, you just have to understand that you play with the law of averages and you say, hey, if 8 o'clock comes, chances are there's going to be a pullback. So let's not get into the market right away. Let's let the market set up and then get a little bit of a push and see what we can get. And usually a $2 or $3 push with gold is very, very easy. You don't have to sit in gold for $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10. You don't have to do that. $2 or $3 every day is a massive move, because it takes about 5 minutes, 6 minutes for it to hit. So if you're smart and you can manage your trade accordingly, you're good. Holding drawdowns in gold for like $8, $9, $10, $11 is stupid. It makes no sense for you to be selling gold right now when you can easily make more money on the upside, and then when we get information to sell gold, we'll make a whole lot more on the downside. Why hold drawdown on gold hoping for a reversal? There's no point. It doesn't make any sense.
Agreed.
Well, that was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, no, what do we do now?
Simply just find a setup and explode it. That's it.
Everything else is just stuck. But gold, we waited and we won.
Ted, did you leave a runner? Or did you close out?
Yeah, I got one runner, but it's probably going to get hit.
Yeah, that's like a 90% chance.
Yeah. But I mean, I got my
Yeah, good luck.
But I mean, it's just doing the same thing every day, and if we do get that one runner where it flies all the way up, then you get super lucky. Yeah. But most times it's 20, 30 pips. Take your trade for the day, and then just call it. Like, why kill yourself? Like, this is the reason why, and I still don't understand why people do what they do. I mean, Raja does this every morning, and all we did was we sat and wait. We did the whole play-by-play. At 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., we talked exactly about what gold was going to do. Here's the support. If we don't break this, we're going up. Here are the times where we can go up. We thought it was going to go up at 7:45. It didn't. Devon got in at 7:45 because he saw something that I sort of saw, but he took one position instead of stacking. And then as soon as we saw the 7 a.m. candle close, the week closed, that's when I said, yes, we're going to have a very, very good opportunity at 8 a.m. to hit our target. And exactly what happened because of the way that we saw smaller time frame candles forming. And you have to be aware of that. But like Raja always says, what's his number one rule? Wait for the candle to close.
Yeah. I mean, that 5 minutes was just too quick for me.
Yep.
I considered it, but I wasn't sure. I'm waiting.
I got in right here, like,
yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I considered it, but the 2 5 minutes beforehand were bearish, and I was just thinking.
Yeah, if you look at the 15-minute, that's where like it.
Yeah, I was going on the 5 minutes, so I saw like a rejection here,
Yeah.
and so that like I did
Confidence level. As soon as I see something drop a little bit, I wasn't sure if it broke through. No, I thought maybe it would continue a bit, but then I knew it was going to.
No, it's that I've seen gold doing that so many times already. So I just, went for the biscuit and took it here.
Wow. Look at that 30-minute candle. Exactly. That thing is so exact.
You even put your rocket ship indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah, we forgot that.
We forgot about that. I forgot about that.
You don't need it. They were.
Oh.
Hey, I'm drawing here.
I'm very proud. I managed those gold bars on 0 drawdown.
Good job, Kerwin.
Like,
Why does it say stream is restricted? I think you need to Google that because I have no idea.
maybe you're in like a different country.
Or rakeel, right? Still at 100.
I can't hear you.
The what is this thing? Man?
The webinar. The webinar
Yeah, still at 100.
was.
Oh, now it's 84.
No, I mean it was capped at 100 today.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna increase the limit today. I forgot I had to.
Serve.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is putting triangles on my shit? All those other things. Okay. Yeah, those fucking WD-40.
See that? Now some people took buys up there and then got in a drawdown. So that was the trade. That trade lasted what, like not even 5 minutes. Yeah, it got activated at 8:05 a.m. and then the 8:10 a.m. candle just rocketed up. And that was the trade for the day.
Yep. You have your targets, and you have your exit price, and then you escape. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, this is what I look for every morning. Just small trades, and that's it.
Yep.
No need to hold. No need to. I mean, in my case, in my head, I don't need to hold.
Yeah, you see a pullback right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still think we've got good potential to break that zone as well.
Wow. And Jeevan comes on saying, "Oh, Capital Hungry had gold buys at 1522." Fucking Jeevan. Where is he? Is he still here?
No, he left.
He's like, oh. How about the news later on? No more trading. Nope. No, I'm done for the day. Man, I mean,
You just need one trade a day. Who cares about everything else? Like, why is everyone so obsessed with still trading? It doesn't make any sense. If you want more money, open up 3 positions or 2 positions, close one at the target, and let another one run. If you feel the compulsion to trade, let another runner run. Just let the gold trade run then. Don't try and look for more. This was the best opportunity at this potential point. Don't go looking for other opportunities because you're throwing your money away. You have to learn that when you take your profit, that is you beating 90% of people in the market. Why do you want to go back and fight for more money? Come back tomorrow fresh again.
That's true. That's true.
Same mentality when you lose. You lose, that's it. Don't stop trading for the day.
Mm-hmm.
You lose caboose.
wow, look at that. Still moving. How much of
And
your...
whoever drew that rocket ship indicator, that it's getting better at drawing.
Yeah, you're getting very good with analysis.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
I was thinking
Yeah,
the same
Mac,
thing.
that was really good, Mac. Oh, damn, thank you. Look, I even labeled it.
Rocket, yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, thank you, Mac.
How much of your account did you make in terms of 5%?
That's rocket indicator here.
Not much.
You know those water tanks that had the roof on New York, New Jersey? Looks like a water tank.
Nah, what the fuck is the weather?
No, man, it's a really nice drawing.
I have entered a gold sell with TP at 1527. If you have a TP, also have a stop loss, because stop loss is going to help you in a gold sell when all candles are bullish.
Yes.
I mean,
Whoever takes the opposite trade or trades against the trend is gonna get kicked.
no, I mean, why? I don't understand, man. Like, we do this every day. Now, look at the daily candle. You know it's going to fill the wick now. All candles are bullish and you're trying to sell? Why?
Yeah, look at we're filling the monthly wick now.
Why, man? Wow, you're going to get fucked. I mean, all candles are bullish.
This is a recruitment for
Well, you know what? I laugh and it's wrong, but it's right. Because if I laugh at you enough, you'll eventually quit trading or start doing things correctly.
There it goes.
Look at that.
The majority of it is insane.
Look at that thing move. Trust me, Ted said it once, that gold has no regard for human life.
It's awesome. Look at the weekly candle now and look at the monthly candle. And you tell me where we're selling anything with gold right now. Look at the weekly candle. You're telling me that gold is a sell on the weekly candle? This is exactly what I talked about on Sunday. So everybody that was on the webinar on Sunday, if you listen to what I said the exact same thing that's been happening here. People are stupid. They think that 1 week of a sell-off is that's it. We're going down. Meanwhile, they don't realize it was the end of August, so there was a pullback. Doesn't mean that we're going bearish. But hey, what do I know? I just sit here all day and make money.
Oh, look, we filled. It filled the daily wick too.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we can even get 1340. You know?
Yeah, 1540. It's going to hit 1540 now. 1537 at least now.
Yeah, I think.
You know, the funny thing is, when we came on the stream, the bias was straight buys.
Yep.
I only had to wait.
Yep. Anyone who's selling gold right now, I feel sorry for you, and I think you need to learn a little bit more about how to trade and not holding like a million pip drawdowns hoping for a reversal. It makes no sense, because think about it this way. Anyone who's in sells right now, why don't you just take buys and take smaller positions all the way up, and then when we hit a level where we start to reverse, then start taking sells. Like, why would you try and keep holding a position longer when there's nothing to support a sell? The price action, the fundamentals do not support a sell at this point. Wait for Trump to say that the tariff wars are over and there's confirmation of an agreement. Gold will drop $40 in 1 day. You will make buckets of money. Why put yourself under this much stress and try and sell a commodity that is rising? It makes no sense.
Like, who took sales? We talked about the tariff this morning. Like, gold's likely going to push higher. Like,
I've been waiting for this since Friday. That's how long.
Ooh, someone's got a runner on gold. Perfect. GU is still stuck in that range. GU is in the range because 30-minute candle created it's at this, I don't know, it's just at this range. EG is still in that range. Only thing moving is gold. So nice. See, when we had when gold buys were formulating, we had around 920 people. When gold hit TP, 100 people dropped. They just went home. They're just like, fuck it, we're done. They dropped.
But that's good though, you know.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. 100 people just left. They're like, all right, we're done a trade.
They made their money and that's it. The rest of us sit here like jackasses.
Yeah, it's because I'm wired. Fucking wired. I'm like 2 espressos.
Fuck that. After staring at the charts for this many years.
So I started doing rocket ship. This one. I'm gonna be the rocket ship indicator sensei. Alpaca?
Oh shit! Someone
Yeah,
made.
yo, Mac, just it's 9 easy payments of $69.99, right?
69,
Yeah,
99.
yeah, it's pretty good. Like I remember when I sold my FTB FTR indicator, I made a shit ton of money. So
Oh, the Russian indicator?
yeah, the Russian indicator,
Oh
exactly.
yeah, we can talk about that right now.
All right, someone owes me Uber Eats now.
Everyone's quiet.
Yeah. Now there's nothing to do. I mean, if you have a gold buy and like stocks at break even, you're good. GJ is ranging. EJ is at this resistance now. It's ranging. GU is ranging. I mean, if you're in GU sells, I mean, it's just ranging now. It's just not a good trade at all. Nada Prada. Can you look at GBP AUD? Akbar Ali, can you look at the screen which says don't say look at this or look at that? Please learn to follow the rules. Man, fuck man. People can spend hours analyzing charts, but they can't spend 5 seconds analyzing simple text.
Oh man, I know. I've missed this daytime session.
I just always feel sorry for the majority of people learning how to trade because there's such simple rules and such simple things to do, and they can't even do those, and then they wonder why they're not successful. And then they say to me, Ted, why are you so angry all the time? Because all you're doing is giving away money. Give it to homeless people. Like, that's what you should be doing. And then people turn around and say, well, Ted gets triggered all the time. Yeah, because all I see in my head is all these sheep in this like lineup, and one by one they're falling off the cliff. And I'm just like, why are you falling off the cliff? Oh, because he is. Why are you falling off the cliff? Oh, because he is. What's on the other side of the cliff? I don't know. I'm just doing it because he's doing it. And I think yeah, like that's what it is. And I just use sheep because they're bigger and stupider. And I just look and I'm like, why do you want to subject yourself to this? This is like stabbing yourself with a dull knife every day.
Indicator.
Guys, what are we, 12 years old?
Hey, seriously, man, I'm never gonna let you come on the mic again, cause I mean, you need to have some sort of maturity to address 800 people, Mac. I'm not even joking right now. I take this too hard.
What, me? What did I do?
Who was making the sheep noises?
Not me, bro.
Mac did it. Not me.
What the? Yeah, bro. Always me, bro. Like, I'm like a little kid. No.
Alex got that smile on his face, man.
Matthew acting like a schoolboy.
I'm not a schoolboy.
You're not.
You're acting like that.
What am I saying? I didn't do anything. Like, somebody made a sheep noise and that's it.
Alright. It's okay. It's cool.
Yeah,
Oh my god, don't cry, baby.
There's a sheep in the chat now.
Yeah, there's someone that said Ted never made mistakes when he started. Yeah, but you know what? I'm teaching you everything that I did so you don't have to do it, and then you don't listen. Like, that's the dumbest thing I could ever heard. Ted didn't make mistakes when I started. I made a whole bunch of mistakes, and they're documented on my Instagram page. But what I do here now is I give you all my pain and all the lessons I've learned, and I package it for you in a nice, neat package, and say, don't do this, don't do that. And then people turn around and do it. And then they say, oh, well, why did that happen? And I said, that's the reason. Like the 8 a.m. pullback on gold, I learned that pain. I learned being in drawdown of 20 pips within 5 minutes with gold, waiting for it to pull back up and then continue to take profit. I learned that lesson. So now I don't have a 20 pip drawdown.
Ooh.
It's stupid.
There we go.
Alright, I'm out. Bye guys, see you later.
In a bit.
And I didn't make the sheep noises.
Take care, man.
So fuck you.
Enjoy, bro.
Yeah, no, you're like the kid, like who's always naughty, but that one day when you're not naughty, everyone just blames you everything.
No, it wasn't me. Fuck you, bye.
Now you made your money, you're living, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Perfect.
Go back
Nice
to work.
Okay, take care, buddy.
How you listen to that noise in
Go the fuck up.
your kitchen? In your kitchen, in your meat, man.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Alright,
you need
what
to
a
block
crazy-
some of these fuckers, man.
What a crazy morning.
Yeah, it's a
yo,
pretty good
happy
morning.
chill, man.
Pretty morning. Like these sessions are here so that you don't make the same mistakes we did when we started.
You all done it.
Yeah, like imagine if we did live sessions. Imagine if I did live sessions, Raja, when we first started out.
Oh man.
Just like the webinars.
I don't think it lasts long.
No, it wouldn't last long at all.
What about it? Too much failure?
No, I think it would just be too many personalities.
Yeah.
Huh?
We had a lot of tough personalities back when we started Forex Family.
Yes. I remember Roger was like, he was in a heavy drawdown because he was selling, and then it's like, oh, price is going up. Might as well close my sells and extra buys.
But it's cool to see how it's progressed since day one.
That's how pretty much how we played it. And we identified support resistance, and then whip fills, and then wicks don't lie came along.
Yeah. Waste Not Like came with Ted. When he said, oh, Shakira's hips don't lie.
Yeah, I wrote an article on that. Yeah, I just think it's important that, you know, it's evolution. Because people ask me, I get DMs, oh, you used indicators when you first started out. Of course. But I evolved, and now I tell you the pitfalls of my evolution. Like, it just doesn't make sense that, you know, there's a 1960 Corvette sitting on your driveway that's all beat up, and then you look and be like, well, you drove that car originally. And it's like, well, here's a 2019 Corvette. Why don't you drive that? Oh, no, I want to drive the beat-up Corvette. And it's like, but why? I just told you that that Corvette is going to die every time you pull it off the driveway. Here's a brand new car. Take this one. Yeah, but you used to drive it. It's like, I'm confused. It's like I'm giving you information. Everything that I teach you or that I speak about here, I trade it. I do the exact same thing. I don't turn around and do one thing and then say another. I say the exact same thing because anyone who wins with the live streams does not affect my profits. Like, we're not playing poker here where if I tell you how I bluff, you're gonna bluff other people and you're gonna take my money away from me or my opportunities to win. There can be 10,000 people on this stream. Everyone could take the exact same trade and everybody can win. We don't have enough money to move the markets. That's the thing. When we get to $1 trillion, then I'll maybe hold back information. Okay, if we have $1 trillion of market movement, maybe I'll hold back some information. But if we're under, I would say, $1 million, man, that doesn't even shake the market.
No, it doesn't touch the size. I read an article before actually how much it takes to move one pip. I can't even remember the figure, but it's back then at the time.
Oh yeah, it's a few hundred billion.
Yeah, it's stupid. I was like, nah. And this is when my account was like, you know, 3K or something. I was like, oh, well, I've got nothing to worry about.
Big banks have that kind of capital, don't they? They push it around at will, don't they?
Yeah, I would expect so.
Ted?
Well, what happens is the institutions, they all gang up.
Yeah. together. Yeah.
right? So what they have is they know that, okay, when they see a huge influx of orders, they know other institutions are doing something, and now they start to panic. That's what creates the price movement that it does. Because one institution jumps in, then the other algorithm starts because it's been triggered by that institution's movement, and it becomes a snowball effect. That's why we get these weird spikes through the market, because institution orders get triggered off of some other institution's order because they're all thinking the same thing, but they're all battling for position.
This is something I've thought before, Jed. With institutions, do they tend to make movements as a conglomerate together, kind of at the start of a session themselves, or is it something that will just happen any time because they see a move? Is that kind of the way it would work?
So there's something in London called the Club.
Yep.
It's a group, and I think they got busted last year or like in the most recent time. My rep for my liquidity, he told me about this because he's been in the industry for about 30 years, and he told me about this because we were talking about we like to talk just general stuff. Like he'll call me up and we'll just talk about life and things like that. And he told us about like the Club, and it was a group out of London that got together and they would set and fix prices, and now it came out in the news that a lot of people were getting price fixed. But
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and he told us this last year, like year and a half ago, when I first started the brokerage, because he was telling me how liquidity worked, because I was always saying, people are complaining about stop hunts, this, that, the other thing. He said, no, he said, everything is already being manufactured and manipulated at that level where you as a retail trader just have to accept that and take little bits and pieces out of the market. He told me a lot of things about, how, because when you look at it, the retail trader is at the bottom of the totem pole. You get the worst price, the worst execution, because you have the worst tools available. And then people say, well, what's the point of trading? Well, it's if you understand what you're against in terms of the market, you can then sort of use that to your advantage. Where if I know that MetaQuote sucks, I have to be aware that there's going to be problems with MetaQuotes. But if I'm aware of that, it allows me then to anticipate potential problems. But what people do is they fight against that and they say, oh, well, the broker did this, the broker did that. And it's like, but they don't understand how the system works. You have the retail trader, the retail platform, which is the worst platform you can use as a trader. But if you understand the platform, you can use it to your advantage. You know that you're going to get slipped maybe 1 or 2 pips here or there, and you just accept that. If you really want to trade, you build your own custom terminal, you get a direct API, fixed API directly into liquidity, so there's no pause in the action. Once you can
request, I think you can request that with most brokers actually.
Yeah, most brokers will give you a direct fix API. If you have a custom terminal, they'll give it to you. You can't get a custom terminal if you run MetaQuotes. There's no fix API for MetaQuotes. It has to be outside of MetaQuotes. After you go through the LP, which is a liquidity provider, you go to the prime banks. The prime banks send liquidity to the liquidity providers. The liquidity providers mark up price, prime banks mark up price. Then you get to the prime of prime. Those are the central banks that dictate the price. And that's where you have the best execution, but also at the same time you get the best price because you cut out all the middle people. Now, if you want to go prime of prime, you need a certain minimal capital, you need a corporate structure, you need to be an institutional trader. Once you get to that level, you then basically mark the market. You have no spread, there's no slippage. It's very, very, solid. But you're trading at an institutional level with millions of dollars and sometimes billions. So when you start to learn about how the rules of Forex work, if you understand that and you understand as a retail trader, you're already at a big disadvantage in terms of spread and price. You modify your strategy to effectively combat that.
Yeah, it's just like a big command chain.
Correct. Yeah,
it's very interesting. I did read about that London thing. That was a little while back now. I think it's called Club London or something similar. Yeah, cool.
Rakeel. He's left.
No, it's still here.
No, I'm still here.
Hey, Rakeel, JP had a question for you
Yeah.
on the Zoom chat.
Yeah, I'm reading. Oh. Raja, when you talk of waiting for candles to form support resistance, what do you have to look for to confirm in these support resistance create support? Well, you need to post a chart, JP. You need to post a chart of what you're looking at, because this is a support formed on the 30-minute. Candle closed bullish. There was resistance, so basically you could have had a stop below this candle and have a profitable trade. But like it depends from a chart to chart, so you need to post charts. Like on GJ, it's trying to form some sort of a support here on the 30-minute, but now it also has a resistance at 127,780. So see, now it's just ranging. So you need a break above to go maybe back to 128,200, but that's just hypothetically speaking. So it depends from a chart to chart. Like all this is all subjective. So the more you post charts, the more you analyze, you know, like potential moves or like zones, the better you're gonna get. But if you're not gonna post charts, then no one's gonna see your charts, and ultimately you're not gonna get better. So the best way to get better is to post charts. Just keep posting charts. That's the only way to succeed at this, trust me. Yeah, no problem. Because think about this, right? For the last one whole year, I've been marking my New York charts every day for the last whole year. So that puts me ahead of everyone who hasn't been, you know, like posting their charts or showing charts to people like they're around with. So, like, you know, it's very important. What's this? How to trade support resistance. Oh yeah, it's a very good video here. It's a very good webinar. How to trade support resistance. Oh, we got an ad over here. See, I'm watching this ad. You can skip ad, because watching this ad makes me money. How do you identify support resistance zones? Oh, this was 8th October 2017. We got tons of information. Can you look at this chart? Yes, I will. Most definitely I will look at your chart. See, now we're going to look at this chart. Created support, so we buy. Is this good analysis? Yes, that's good analysis. But now you got to be careful once price comes up to 127,800, because 127,800 is another resistance which the 30-minute candles, you know, rejected earlier on in pre-NY. So 127,800, you need a break above this area to go further up.
Personally, I see GBP's bearish. GBP was bullish London. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be careful with all the stuff going on today as well. There's a lot of stuff going on in the parliament today. Got some emergency meetings and stuff. And that's kind of what kicked off yesterday's big drop.
Yes, sir. Damn, look at gold now. That's crazy.
Yep.
I'm watching that. I want to see how it reacts where we were before. I'm pretty interested. Needless to say, that finished off my runner. Can everyone else hear music? Or is it just me?
That's music, man. That's music.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
like a beeping kind of a music, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear it too.
yeah, that's cool. I wasn't sure.
Are you going to have a chance to go through your emails? Yes, I went through all the emails, Pete. Maybe. Yeah, I went through all the emails. I had like 46 emails over the long weekend. Follow-up question: could support resistance being formed on lower time frame have an impact on price movement if I'm trading off 30-minute time frame, assuming I was waiting for support to form high time frame? No. Basically, I mean, if you're looking at the smaller time frames, I think the small time frames are much more weaker. So I generally wait for a 30-minute time frame to form, and then I take a trade, because that to me is more convincing, like for me to take a trade. So I'm not sure if you're looking at a chart right now or if you took a trade and you took a loss. So I'm not sure what's happening, but if you could explain, things in the form of a chart, that would help a lot.
Good morning, rakeel.
Hey, good morning, Dennis. How you doing?
I'm just leaving Home Depot right now.
Oh, nice.
Well, hurricanes coming your way, Dennis?
No. I just gutted my washroom on Sunday.
Oh, I thought you were trying to do some arsony over there.
What?
Oh, no.
I was in on those GJ buys and I didn't realize how quick my session was this morning, so I finished and I just left to go to Home Depot. Man. But it seems like everyone ate on gold this morning.
Yeah, gold was good.
Yeah, man, we ate, man. We're full.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Blue indicators then in the background.
Oh, what's this here? Bitcoin. Bullish or sells here because this is resistance. Yeah, I don't know nothing about Bitcoin, but your zones are correct. Your areas of interest are correct. So I'll give you that. Other than that, I have no idea about Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, it looks pretty confusing.
Did you hear about the whole situation with Bitcoin, though? That they're going to unveil the actual creator of Bitcoin?
Oh, wow. I don't give a shit about Bitcoin anymore.
No, really?
What's this? Create a new Forex in a top big and a flip bearish.
Yo, Dennis.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't think those candies have that big of an effect, to be honest.
Well, you definitely put your body through the ringer.
I didn't do much. I popped one and then didn't do anything, and popped the other one right away.
Yeah, that means
So they actually taste good though, I'm not gonna lie.
What? They taste like garbage to me. Okay, pardon.
They're not bad actually. I like the taste of it.
Okay.
So guys, great app. A great follow on Instagram for crypto updates is Crypto Crunch. Might want to look into that.
I was looking for gold. September started, summer's over. All the traders are back. I think gold is going to continue.
Yeah, I guess we should put it up and the next week we should get crashed.
Yeah. That's right. Totally forgot about NFP every month. You guys don't put much emphasis on it anymore.
You not look at the calendar when you're going about your day.
How is the hurricane happening in Florida, Devon?
It's good, man. It's nothing crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's missing me and Alex. We're in that.
No, I'm pretty sure Burner's still on the roof.
Burner flew off the roof already. He's on the ocean.
Damn, I gotta check in on Burner, make sure he's good, man. Nobody heard of him for the past couple of days.
Yeah, Burner will find a boat in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, man. Burner found support in the ocean.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave in like 15 minutes. 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean...
Coach, what you working out today?
I'm gonna do shoulders today.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll do... Yeah, I'm gonna do shoulders and legs tomorrow.
I think I did legs yesterday. I think I'm gonna do shoulders today, like you.
Today I'm gonna try to do 40 kgs, 40 kg dumbbells.
What's that?
That's 80 pounds.
80 pounds.
Remember, I'm American. I'm stupid. We use like pounds here.
Yeah.
We use pounds too.
80 pounds.
No, oh, for real?
Yeah, we use pounds too. But I said
Canada just does everything the U.S. does.
except for miles and Fahrenheit.
You have kilometers, and you guys have to fuck up miles an hour.
So how many pounds is that?
0.2. I'd say like 75 pounds because it's not
He's
like
gonna try to lift dumbbells 75 pounds?
Yeah.
No, 80.
80.
Well, why? Your form better be like impeccable, rakeel. You can't be doing 80 pounds and swinging all over the place.
Oh no! This is just gonna be like.
Hey, you see how the Canadians are smarter than us? They know how to convert everything.
Yeah.
You notice no US in here knows convert everything.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I don't know.
You notice that?
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah, man. Because I grew up in...
Oh, Rakeel, wait, are you serious? 80 pound, like, presses?
Yeah, just like 3-4 reps, you know.
Wow, what a beat.
Yeah, nothing major. Cause like last week max I did was 70, and today I'm feeling I can do 80. I'm just feeling it.
But you know, that approach that you're taking there, Rakeel, is the best approach. A lot of people underestimate what they can do in like 2 months, and overestimate what they can do in a couple of weeks. So it's good that you're stretching it out, you know.
Yeah, just like very lightly, you know, lightly. Because there have been times where I've tried doing heavy, but then after one, I'd say no, it's too heavy. So then I just dump down to like lighter.
I'm always super afraid of blowing up my shoulders, so I don't lift heavy with my shoulders ever. I'm just always super afraid, because you use so many other movements with your shoulders, like you do so many other exercises that lift your shoulders. My shoulders and my knees and my lower back, I like baby. Like I don't want anything happening there.
So you have a tight stop loss there.
Oh, 100%. Like shoulder press, I'll like I can do like 50s, like 50-pound dumbbells, like shoulder press, and that's it. Like I'm like maybe I could do more, but nah. And then like side raises and stuff like that, maybe 20 pounds maximum, nothing more. Not doing anything crazy. Don't care. I watch these guys swing their arms around like they're like in the jungle gym. I'm like, no, not doing it.
Man, Rakeel, you see that beautiful fake out retest of the resistance?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, the moves already happened in the market already.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Like we're done. We were done before 8:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the life.
I just got lucky on the GJ buys. That's it.
Nice.
Well, if gold forms support right now, where it's sitting with gold, then your next target will go further up. So if you wait for support to be formed and then a flip on that candle, you'll find that we're going to go further high. We're going to go higher. So something to keep in mind. If you haven't taken buys of gold and you think you want to be a hero, I'd be looking for buys above 1534, pushing 37.
Yeah, because it's currently moving by the top of previous support now as well.
Yeah. If this support holds, now we're leaving this zone officially. That's all. But now you're being a cowboy trader.
Today is that day where I become a hero.
Yeah. Well, if you want to become a hero, I mean,
We
support
gotta-
be formed.
I was gonna say, yeah, a couple of heroes tried to buy gold early and not expect a pullback. You know, because Ted drew a candle on the charts. Like,
Oh, he knows what I was trying to say.
the funniest thing when Ted got so cheesed.
That's because I watch the YouTube chat and I just see soldiers falling one by one, stop loss hit, and literally 5 minutes before I said there's gonna be a pullback at 8 o'clock.
That was a good conversation. It was very good. It's obvious.
Yeah, it's just like it pains me when it's like, man, why didn't you just move your pending order higher? That's it.
I actually deleted it. To be fair, it moved up pretty quick. I nearly got caught out and I nearly ended at one of them. I was like, oh, quick delete.
Just thinking about pressing 80 pounds on a shoulder, I'm already feeling I'm gonna snap it up right now.
I think gold is going to go to 1541 today. I'm looking on the higher time frames.
You're looking at 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hour. Yeah, if you look at the 4 hour, there's a zone right at 1541 that it taps into. I think it's going to have legs to move up there because we're already tapping into the bottom portion of that zone at 1533, 1534. And I think
that had 5, and then
yeah,
actually, right, even further now, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if ultimately 1547 is probably a very good target on the higher time frames, but I think right now we're gonna rock it. This candle's gonna blow through a lot of zones.
Dust some cobwebs off that one.
Yeah.
Well, after 4 days of doing relatively nothing.
But on the monthly candle, that's what it always does. Gold always fucks about on that.
Yeah, like if this 30-minute candle breaks above that previous resistance, we're off to the races. Like it's gonna be a nasty day today.
Yeah. Yeah, because the monthly candle's so small at the minute.
Right.
After looking at the last 2 or 3 or 4, it could quite easily go up a lot more, yeah. my chat perfectly, which is lovely. It's just what he wants.
Like this guy is messaging me regarding like getting in better shape, and he keeps telling me that he has to trim his body fat down just so you can see his abs. And to me, that's like the stupidest shit I've ever heard. It's like saying you need to get a massive suction pump and point the outward pipe out into space, and you need to suck the ocean down so you can see the glaciers. What? Like.
Well, first of all, not everyone's blessed with genetics like you. So, if that guy is truly legit, that like he does have, like a, developed his core, but he has like 20-something% body fat, then okay.
No, he's not even that high.
Oh.
He's like my slimness, just less. It's like a little bit more fat, and he doesn't do any friggin' abs. It's like, okay.
Well, not to sound, stereotypical here, but the voice that you possess, you sound like you have some serious genetics.
The voice?
Yes, you sound like a beast.
Yeah, that's a testosterone voice, man.
You guys just
You know who he is? Deshaun is the Black Goku.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be like Goku, man. Oh, Oob, actually. Martin Oob reincarnate, you know? Oob.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think genetics play a major part in bodybuilding with regards to like muscle insertions and length of your limbs and things like
Bro,
that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to swim professionally, and they told me that like my build was like an Olympic swimmer. So I have like really long legs and I have really long arms, and it really helps with my breaststroke. But other people, they're like short and lengthy, and they're better at like butterfly or freestyle, and then supposed to like breaststroke, you know.
Oh, really?
So as you can see, gold has broken out.
What? Again?
Yeah, I just told you what was going to happen.
Dennis, why don't you open your eyes?
Hey.
Holy fuck, gold is moving up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, Jed, I know you said that. I was just trying to rush to get in and trade on my laptop rather than look on my phone.
Wow.
But
yeah, bro, don't trade and drive, man. It's dangerous.
Yeah, seriously, I'll call 911. I'll tell them this is Asian in a Kia Soul. A green Kia Soul.
They're gonna be like, there's 20 of them.
License plate, oodles and noodles.
Driving down Ossington Avenue.
The idea now is this 30-minute candle should create a new support at 1534, and that will bounce off of it, and we'll start building the next step, because we basically had this step here was the first one, then we had this one here, and now we're going to have this one over here. This will be the next step. So what you're looking at then at this point, this is essentially how this market is moving. So you have this push up, bounce back here, push up through this, and then this one will push up here, then bounce back to here, and then eventually move in that direction there.
Ooh, I like it.
That's basically what's happening. So if you watch the supports, and as support is being created, you have to wait for this area here to create a hard support. You can't just assume because we've drawn this line here that this is a support line. This is just an estimation. This is just a guess based on what's being built right now with the candles. So when you do that, Now you have to wait to see how the next 30-minute candle forms right over here.
I mean,
Right?
we say for the top two previous 15 minutes, I think they're 15? No, 30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
That level there, I think it probably ends up being roughly about the right spot.
Yeah, because look at the way these 30-minute candles formed, right? You can see there's 3 30-minute candles that started to push. Up here, you're going to get the same idea, exactly what we talked about earlier, which was this. Basically, the candle is going to push down, and then the next candle will be the driver. And this will essentially be your support level at that point. So that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting to see this information up here to then extend your trade that way. And then you would place your stops below that support area, and then you can continue on. Just like if you're currently in gold buys right now, your stops would essentially have been below this candle here now. Like your stops are over here because you're expecting things to happen up over here and then continue moving in this direction. You're not placing your stop over here because gold can push right back into it right away.
I'm going to use that, definitely.
And just for learning purposes, though, that second step, there was not really much of an entry because by the time the second step was formed, it went on to go where you're expecting the third entry to be. So sometimes it just shuts out and there's no opportunity for a trade, correct?
Well, the thing is, what you have to remember is, what was this second step here? This second step was 8 a.m., right? So that's now, you're going into the timing of the market. What's the next step that's coming up right now over here? This area over here is going to be NYSE, right? New York Open. So that's where now if you start anticipating things, you will start to see that, hey, there's certain volume pushes at particular times.
And that's what we said earlier about the probability of it being
right.
pulled back and stuff. You can watch it.
That's right.
Catch them out bit by bit. I mean, it's not always, like you said, but I think with a pullback at 8 a.m. is kind of, well, it's nearly a given.
But you know what the funny thing is? Like since this morning we had a number 1536. Gold's gonna come up to because it broke above this resistance.
Yep.
And essentially this was the whole move from 1530 to 1536. But you know, some people caught the portion of this move, like a small part of this move.
That's what you know. You don't have to get the whole bit, do you? That's the beauty of it. I can't remember what the chart said, but I think above 32 something, I think I was looking to enter.
How's the drive? Pretty nasty on this traffic. Wait, can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Oh!
So you're picking your nose and all sorts?
Oh.
Yeah. Do you want me to? You want me to? You want me to? What?
It's gonna be like, so this is the man that looks like that provided me.
Yeah, I'm not white, okay?
You got a panoramic moonroof over there, very nice.
I knew you were Asian.
Asian, Dennis, I always think of you whenever I drink.
What?
It's a good luck charm.
Oh wow, gold is still heading up.
Yeah, GU's flying, man.
Oh, don't do it, though. I'm still tracking.
Hey man, focus on the road. You don't want to accident.
Don't worry, it's only bikers. I'm good.
Wow, look at that.
You don't want to accident in your account.
Oh shit.
I'm just happy that this analysis of this clean 1 hour candle to the left played out perfectly.
Yes, very good.
Bye bye, gold.
Good mirror movement.
Gold was just ranging for the last 3-4 days. Like,
Yes,
guys,
we kept saying that. Chris and I just talked about this, where it's heading. It's going to go to 1540 at least.
Yeah, I've blown my own mind this week. I made Friday, which is, I never really used TradingView properly like that, where you can kind of then press play and see what actually happens later on.
oh wow. So basically, we called a 65 pip move here since the morning.
I managed to get back in at 33.5.
Damn.
Yeah, my runner's still running, so I'm okay.
Yeah, you got out, man. So first of
Oh,
all,
I had my first runner. I had my stop loss at like basically 3 pips.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if it pulls all the way back, I don't care. I'll stop out at 3 pips. But I know that it would, if it's gonna take off, it's gonna take off now. So.
Yeah, I think this could go a long way there. So I'm going to move it into
I just laugh when people are taking sells on gold just because of one candle pullback. That's what makes me really laugh. It's like, it sells. I tell you, it sells, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen this before.
There was someone, I can't remember who said, but he said, oh, it's definitely sells now. Thank me later.
Yeah. Well, and I didn't want to say anything at the time, but if you look at every 8:30 for the last 2 weeks of gold, when we've had a push up at 8 o'clock, there's been a hard pullback at 8:30, and then 9 o'clock it just continues. I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but if you look at the 8 candle, every day for the last 2 weeks, the majority of the time it's pulled back, and then 9 o'clock the trend just continues.
That's just being too precise then. It's all there to see, isn't it? So,
Well, I pay attention to detail.
yeah. I mean, it's that obvious when you can see it. You look at it enough, you can see it.
Yeah. Well, that's why when you re-entered, I was like, yeah, that's perfect. I was hoping people re-entered.
I mean, if my runner to be honest, I was pushing it a bit. I kept moving the stock.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then it knocked it out, and I was like, oh, damn it. So I kind of waited, and I re-entered there. But that was safe. Use the previous support.
Yeah, and I mean, if we look, this is one of my favorite candle setups. This sort of setup here, because you have rejection here. The first candle's rejection. The second candle has a pullback but finishes bullish, and the next candle turns around and pushes to fill that previous pull.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like if you find one of these patterns on your charts, it's the easiest pattern to trade, and it happens so many times. You can see, like, over here as an example, it happened. Over here as an example, it happened. Like, there's so many opportunities where, you know, you just see it and you're like, and if you can time it with the way the market's moving, like if we're at like a New York Open or NYSE Open, it's easy.
You can't on to a winner, you already know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice setup.
Preach.
Yeah, man.
Wow, lots of people got gold buys. QBanks got gold buys too.
Yeah.
Lots of smart people got gold buys.
Because we all trade the same setup.
Yeah, the dumbass people took sells on intuition.
Yeah, Q Banks and I were talking about that yesterday. I was talking to Q about that when he was taking gold buys. I'm like, yeah, it's going all the way up. He's like, yeah, he's like, I'm riding this shit all the way.
So one more reason why gold buys worked was because Sean took sells, and I'm like, if I take opposite, he'll go in a drawdown, and I'll be in profits. Let's do that.
I don't want any more headache with him, please.
Yeah, no, because like the ratio of his trades going in drawdown is much higher than going in instant profits.
Yeah, he's a swinger, man. So
You know?
let's
That's facts. That's true. It's not like I'm making it up. It's true. Seriously true. Even though like he's gonna make profits, first it's gonna go in a 40-50 pip drawdown. So that's your profit factor right there.
Yeah, we tend to agree because we said that on Sunday when he did call gold shorts and his stop loss was at 1538. We said that's our take profit. So I do agree with that. And I mean, if he's gonna see his style of trading, he just holds large drawdowns. I just don't feel that's beneficial because while he's holding a drawdown to gain that larger percentage in one trade, I've already taken 5 trades in the trend and made that same amount of money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So like, and I don't have drawdown. Like I don't have. I have maybe a 1 or 2 pip drawdown max. Right. Yeah. You don't need that, especially with gold, because it gives you so much more when it's trending. So like, why sit in a drawdown hoping for a reversal? And all that happens is Trump will say something stupid, and this thing will fly all the way up further.
Yeah, this could now potentially keep going like this all day. Like
Yeah.
60 monthly, you know.
Oh, it's fine.
Which would be nice.
Come on, Hank. Came too late.
Close half month for another day, people start to do stuff.
Ooh, someone made $100 today. Perfect.
Yeah, I just moved my stop above. I moved my stop to just by the wick of the bottom of this hour candle. So I'll just let it run. Now it's like that's 22 pips in profit. So this should run all the way to 1540. At 1540, I may want to close it, but I might just keep moving my stop up a bit.
I'll be concerned between, say, 38.5 and 40. I think that's.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, because we're entering, like right where that gray box is, you can start to see we're starting to struggle a bit. But there's a whole bunch of rejections right around 1538, so that's where I might just take profit at that point.
The 65 pip move there.
Just one more pullback for the day.
The 65 pip move there.
Yeah, I'm gonna move my stop even higher now and just let it trail. 'Cause I think we're almost. I mean, I want to say that we're gonna go to 1540, but I also like where I'm at in my profits.
I've took a fair bit, to be fair. I can't work out it was.
I don't know. I think with the new tariff ended, I think we're gonna break the highs of last week or wherever.
I think potentially with Friday, NFP and stuff, I think we're gonna end up quite high before we come back a bit. But we'll have to.
Just curious as to how you manage a run. Are you still aiming for a target? Are you trailing stops?
I do try and stop myself unless I'm sleeping now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with me, I mean, I already took my, like, when I have a couple positions open, my initial position is the one that I care the most about.
Yeah.
So I need that initial target, and when I hit my initial target, I don't really care what the other one does. But in this case, because I had my stop loss so low in profit my previous with this position, now I'm moving it up because I think that this hour candle, at worst case, the hour candle, if it pulls back for the next hour, probably will pull back into this area here. Yeah, that's a bad drawing.
I don't normally do it, but this time I actually closed.
Probably want the half an hour chart, Ted, but it's the same steps you spoke about earlier, correct?
Yeah, like I think we would probably close in there, and then this hour candle would probably finish either in this area here or potentially in this area here. Your high target is obviously up over here, right? Like you have that as a high target for this hour candle, but I just don't see it happening that way. So what you're going to find is on the higher time frames, this is where you manage your trade on the higher time frames, and you look and you say, okay, when the hour pulls back, when this hour candle finishes, depending on where it finishes, you can then evaluate and you can say, okay, where would I want to place my stop? Because like right now, my stop is right now is at 1534 now, right? Which is sort of in between, like in a weird area to begin with. But that's just because I'm comfortable. Sort of if I hit my stop at this point, I've done enough profit.
Yeah, I think that's. I actually, for once, I don't normally do a close half my run at this time. I use 34 as my. I think that's where the next support's going to start ish around there. So I thought I'll leave it there and keep on. I've already closed half that as well. So I can't not worry what happens.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that this candle on the 30-minute just has a little bit of a pullback, and then that wick will pull down and then just push further up. Because if I can get out of this area, like 1535, 1536, and we can get into 1538, 1539, that means that your stop at like 1536 or 1537 is pretty safe at that point.
Valid then, yeah.
Right. So like right now I'm playing with fire. I'll probably get stopped out at like, and then
This might be the day where we don't get stopped out on the run up.
yeah, that's what I mean, right? So I'm not too concerned, but if you look at the daily candle should technically finish right around 1538, 1539. We should hit 1538, 1539, just based on the daily zone and based on how much momentum we currently have. That would be the overall target. And then once again, what kind of pullbacks are we going to get to that point? And that's where that's where you'll get stopped out on the smaller time frames.
And with gold, it's quite, it's big, you've got heavy jump back.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So I mean, that's why I'm not too concerned. If I get stopped out now, I get stopped out. Like I did 40 pips. I did like 30 pips on the other one, so I'm not too concerned. It's just more the fact that hey, like let's see what we can do. If we can push this a little bit harder, let's try and push it. If not, no big deal.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I'm just really happy that gold did exactly what we envisioned.
To the letter.
Yeah, seriously.
Can't get no better than that.
This is what tells me that, hey, Forex works. You just gotta be disciplined. Like, it works.
I waited all through that range.
Yeah, like this break and retest was perfect.
Yep.
Was perfect.
It nearly did it earlier as well. We got nearly made a mistake.
Yeah, like I took gold buys on Monday Asian session thinking that it made a low, but I think those were too early. Who's just moving their mic, man? Constantine. Can you explain New Zealand USD? You know what? Okay. Because there's nothing to do. Oh, easiest pair to explain. There you go. Ranging. No trade. Got it. Look. Oh, look at this one now. Ranging. No trade. Your trade is going to be break of 0.62837 or a break above, I'd say. Yeah, it's just ranging, man. It's just ranging. Or a break above 0.63. It's ranging. So that's your analysis. I get really anxious when trading 0.1 lots. Any tips? Maybe lower your lot size so you don't get anxious. How did you guys got to this point in trading, in dominating trading? How did you learn how to trade? I think I personally learned a lot of different ways, but being dominant in trading, it comes from just waiting. You just waiting. Yeah, like my one rule has been like if I have to take a trade like now, I'd probably give myself 10-15 minutes more to wait. So like when this gold came up to 1531.50, I said okay, either I can move my stop just a little bit up or I can just like wait like maybe 5-10 minutes and it just dropped. And I think Ted also drew a candle at that point when this candle.
One thing I've kind of took on board from going from more like intraday stuff to working with you guys a bit is waiting that extra 15 minutes to understand that you don't have to catch the start, if that makes sense. You don't have to be the exact start of the move. You can catch the middle of the move and then you can get out before the end of the move and you still make plenty.
Yeah, that's true.
Thing. And from going from intraday stuff that you're trying to maybe swing it a little bit, so you go back a little bit to come forward, and it's a different way of doing it. But I've learned that a lot more patience involved, which is good because the results show for themselves. So
yeah, you're right. Because this was the move we envisioned, right? And I caught like I think I caught around I caught this move right here. So that to me is a win because I caught a portion of the whole move.
I mean, especially if you're looking normally on, because normally I'm watching on 30, but they'll go down to 15 and 5 to get an entry. and then you kind of see what you're doing. Picking the offline.
Yeah.
Like that one earlier on gold. That's
cool.
Learning period.
Hanging up.
EJ is ranging.
Yeah, man.
GJ is ranging.
EJ's been ranging.
GJ's
Since
been
morning.
Yeah.
I started ranging since like 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a pretty good day today.
Gold is impressive right now.
Gold is impressively trekking forward.
It's a good start. That's brilliant. Wow, the last one.
EJ went to 115, 800 area.
Yeah, I'll be looking to potentially close gold when we get to 38.
So 38, not 40 now.
Well, between 1538 and 1540. I think it depends on how fast of a push we get in this.
That's true.
Start
I've been seeing them keep moving up and down from 1537 to 1536. Looks like it's trying to go back up.
I was looking at it, could have potentially made a small kind of support in 5 minute around 36.2.
I literally just saw that on the 5 minute chart. So like now I might have a little bit more confidence.
I mean, if it comes too far below that, I think.
Right.
But then you still have about 34 or something, so it depends on how much you're bothered about what you've got to do.
Yeah, it's closed.
New York is open.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm gonna close this.
No, I'm holding my nerve a bit here.
Oh, fuck. Okay, guys, I'm gonna head off.
Alright, dude.
Take care.
Well done.
Have fun.
Alright.
Easy.
Alright, take care. Don't overtrade.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Bear buys.
Bye bye.